there, welcome to my channel, New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. And before I forget, because it's very important, first of all, we must do this. So next Wednesday, which is the 9th of April, I will not have a live on the Wednesday because I will be in hospital. But instead, I will be doing the Wednesday live next week on Thursday. So we still have the Monday one as normal, but the Wednesday one next week will be on Thursday, the day after, same time as we do the ones on this channel. So no live next Wednesday, the 9th of April, but it will be on the 10th of April, the Thursday. So if you can spread the word to anyone that you know watches my lives, in case they miss it, I have put a community post up, but I know some people don't look at that. So there will be Monday. Monday's the same, but instead of Wednesday next week, it will be Thursday. So that's the only difference there. Okay, let's do, what should we do first today? Let's start with this. And the puzzle for you today is, which country has the biggest number of camels? They may not be original to the country, or they may well be, but today, which country has the most camels in that country? Do you know? So it's no good Googling it because it's of today. Which country has the most camels? Maybe native to the country, maybe not. I'm not going to say. So which country has the most camels? And that is our puzzle for today. Okay, we'll do some chat and catch up in a minute. But first, well, I guess this is a catch up. Take a look at this. Okay, done a bit more. It seems slow progress, but it's very intricate now. As I've told you, when I do the dark colour next to another dark colour and fill it in, it takes twice as long. So I'm filling in, I started filling in from the top corner down. Then I completely lost where I was when I changed the thread. So I've now started from the bottom, and I did that inner bit. I don't think I'd done that last time I saw you. The bit from the bottom dark corner coming in, there's a few other stitches there. So I've done all of that colour, but now I'm filling in all this gap here. This is going to take a long time. So there won't be a lot of progress to show you for a while because I'm literally filling in all those white bits over this side, and it is mostly just the two dark colours. So any guesses as to what it is yet? Any guesses there? So that's an update on my cross stitch. Let's do some other chat. So what other chat have I got for you today? Today, and it started yesterday, but it's taken hold today, we have a dust storm. And that's not one of those where you get the dark coloured sand. So it's not a sandstorm that we sometimes get, but it's a dust storm, which basically means, imagine a very foggy day and you can't see very far. That's what a dust storm is. But I did get outside in the garden this morning, and I've done some bits in the garden, which we're doing a garden update in a minute. What else have I been doing? I tend to use Mondays now as my office day and just get all my YouTube stuff done, and I schedule my videos for the week and edit ready for the next week. So Monday's my office day. If I have time after I've done all that and before my live, then I tend to look at some channels or catch up on my emails and my comments. And then today I like to now try and get out in the garden. I used to do an office day on Wednesday, but I try not to do that now. I work hard all day Monday so I can get some garden stuff done, because as you can guess, it's a very busy time of year, sowing seeds and transplanting seeds and all that. So garden day. And then Friday I do odds and ends, because I do a live at my time, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Yes, 2 p.m. on my other channel on a Friday. So I've basically just got the morning when I'd either water in the garden, if that's the time I need to do that, or catch up with you guys on your channels. Like today I had some time, so I actually started watching some of my watch laters, because I've got 582 videos in my watch later. I just don't have time to catch up. So I did that. I've been doing that. And what I did today is I don't have time to watch long videos. So today I sat this afternoon and thought, that's how they're piling up. So I sat down and watched long videos that I had in my watch later. And I got through quite a few. Obviously, it's quicker to clear short ones, but sometimes I've got time to watch those just before a live. If I've got, say, 10, 15 minutes, I can click on 2 or 3 really short things. And I saw a really good one. I've wanted to watch it for ages. And I sat and watched that. It was just over 30 minutes long. And it was a documentary of one of my favourite films. I've talked about it before. I didn't like the series, but I liked the films. There were 3 films, and it's from an English sitcom, and it was On the Buses. As I said, I don't like the series of On the Buses, but I love the 3 films. And they were talking about accidents on set, how all the stuntmen got injured on the films, and just behind the scenes stuff. I love chat about behind the scenes of filming and television, and I'd much rather see behind the scenes than sometimes watch the actual things. And that's why a couple of times I have made videos on this channel of behind the scenes, and I've filmed one time behind the scenes of me doing a live. So I've had a camera here filming me while you guys watch the interludes or the intro, what I do while you're watching that, and what I do just before a live. So there's a video on that. There's another video I did a while ago, and it's behind the scenes of filming, how I film but funny. What else have I done behind the scenes? I've done like Follow Me for a Day, those kind of ones. Would you be interested in more behind the scenes? And I've got a video coming up on this channel of unseen areas of my land or my garden, some areas you haven't seen. That's coming up pretty soon. So tell me what you'd like to see, if there's anything particularly behind the scenes stuff, and I will do that for you as well. So let's catch up on the garden. So yes, I told you I managed to get out this morning, and I've been doing more of my Project Tomato framing. Now, if you don't know what that is, there's a whole video on how I've done it. And it's basically, you can use it for anything, so you don't need to stake things anymore. So if you've got climbing beans or peas or tomatoes, any climbers or anything that needs support, it's my way of doing it one time, and you never need to stake again. And it costs nothing. and I actually ran out of I guess it's like twine. You can use anything, twine or string or cord, anything at all. And I've run out because I normally get it free from the stable, and this stuff comes round the hay bales, and they just cut it off from the horse feed, the hay bales, and throw it away. So I go and grab it from there, and I've run out. I've run out of long bits. I've got short bits for tying, but I need really long bits. So one of the beds I haven't finished doing. I'd already done one that I filmed a few years ago for my Project Tomato film of how to do it. Then I did another one. I think I filmed that at the same time, or said I was doing another one at the same time, but that one I hadn't got tons of the down bits, and I've planted a lot more out, so I wanted to do some more down bits, vertical bits, but you'll see in the videos how I do that. And that was for the peas, where I've now got peas growing. I wanted to do that. I also put my last volunteers did a little bit more of olive tree pruning, and I wasn't ready for one of the areas where one of them did it, where Virag actually did it. I just put the clippings in the compost. It's not my main compost area. It's another compost area by the hugelkultur beds that actually didn't have too much in it. So I didn't want it mixed with what I'm making compost. So I thought, well, she puts it there. And then the peas were just in my homemade compost, but I wanted more on top because it's getting very sunny now. And as you know, the sun would drain any moisture out of that. So I used those olive tree cuttings. I told her to cut them down really small. So it's basically just the leaves with tiny bits of twig on. And I've now put that over the top. So that shouldn't take away the watering with the sun. So I did that. And then I started another hugelkultur bed where Mike's put very small, shallow, about this tall, pallet wood fencing round, if you like. Looks like a raised bed, but as I say, they're only about that tall. And he started doing some of my hugelkultur beds. I think last year he started doing them. It's just so that as you've got your mound of hugelkultur, it doesn't spill out, or if it's very windy or rain washes it away, it just contains it all. So they are still hugelkultur beds, but they've got like little pallet wood around the edge. And so what I've done is put some bamboo. I've only done the middle section because I haven't planted out from that area. Got some more tomatoes, and I've stuck some tall bamboos because we grow our own bamboo, so it's all frugal, no cost. And I think I put 6 bamboos in the middle section of this, tied it to this short pallet wood fencing or edging, and then I started making another grid there out of this twine or whatever it is, and started doing another, I call it Project Tomato grid. So I started that, and that's where I've run out of the long lengths. So I had to abandon that, but I did that today. So that, I've harvested some beetroot today, and I've just cooked that. I've just finished cooking it and peeling it, and that's for Mike. Harvested some more radish, and after this live I'm going to go and harvest some more lettuce, and I'm making Mike a salad for his, I say dinner, evening tea. So he's going to have that. What else have I been doing? Oh, I've done some weeding today. My big area where my drains go into it, like from the kitchen sink, and we've got an indoor sink from in behind the bar, and they drain into this bed, and I've weeded that. It's very easy to weed because that was the bed where I put metal sheeting in last year, so there becomes soil on the top, if you like washes and everything. But because it's only about that deep, big bits of grass, just pulled it out. It was brilliant. It was really easy to water. So that was pretty cool. I think that's all I've really been doing in the garden. Oh, some more transplanting I did yesterday or the day before. Yesterday, some more, what they call peppers. I'm very tired. Some more peppers. I transplanted some more tomatoes transplanted. And then outdoors, I did some more tomatoes about that big. They were indoors, and I've just transplanted those and put them in my rabbit cages, and some more little tiny zucchinis, and I put those out. And then, if you remember, I have been transplanting from the indoor garden. They're still indoors, but in pots, and I put them in pots about that tall. Some watermelon. Well, some of them have just gone, and they look too big for those pots. I don't want those outside yet, just because I've got a new plan I'm going to do with melons and watermelons this year, so I don't want them out yet. You'll see that come up in a video, what I'm going to do with those. And so I transplanted a couple into the next size pots, and they still look too big because they're like, oh, we like this. I've been making a lot of my own teas, and if you recall, I don't drink tea. I've been making my own herbal infusions, let's call them herbal infusions. And we've got so many huge lemons at the moment. So I've been juicing those and picking my dill. And I've been doing dill and lemon tea, not tea at all. I do know there's a word for it when you make these infusions with flowers or with herbs. So maybe I'll do a video on that at some point, or maybe I'll do it on my other channel. I don't know. But I've got so much dill at the moment that I thought, let's try that. It's really nice. I put about that much lemon, like juiced lemon, fresh lemon, juiced, and then I've got a little tea infusion thing. It's like a little square like that. It's like a little tea house. So I fill that up with the dill, and it doesn't matter if the dill comes out of that because you drink it. It's lovely. The first time I chopped it up really small and it did come out, but it was fine. And the second time I left it much bigger. Still a few little bits came out, which was fine. And that was really nice. So enough dill to fill this house with. And then obviously filled up a mug. I actually use a small mug, and filled that up with boiling water and let it stoop, Let it stoop for, I don't know, a couple of minutes. It went a dark green, not a horrible dark green, like a light green dark. not like this sort of green, not a monkey green, like a light green, but a dark version of the light green, like grass. No, not even grass, lighter than that. You're still with me. I'm very tired. And it smelt really nice. So if you're into making these sort of things, as I say, it's not tea. There's no tea in it. It's an infusion. That was really nice. And we did get a different infusion the other day. Mike came back because I'd made a list of all the different herbs and how they're good for you if you make an infusion. And I wrote them all down, and I said to Mike, I've stuck it inside one of the cupboards in the kitchen, my recipe book cupboard. And I wrote them all down, anything I found, I wrote them down, and I highlighted the ones. You've got a video coming up showing you what teas I've got. And so I wrote them all down, or any information. And I said to Mike, I've highlighted the ones that I've got. And then he looked at one, it was ginseng. And I put about ginseng. I said, I haven't got that yet. And he came home with, now it's not tea at all. It's another infusion. I think it's ginseng with pineapple and mango. No tea. Ginseng, pineapple and mango. And he said, well, try that because it says what did I find out about that one? It's a real pick you up and good for everything and energy and all that. So he said give that a go. So that's quite nice. Some of them don't smell like they taste. Some of them are like, not sure. Maybe I should do a video and go through them, what they all are, what they say they do, and what I think of them. Because as I say, I don't like tea. They smell of tea. I don't like them. But so saying that, I've tried before in the past, ones with berries and that, and they smell lovely, but I don't know. I don't like the taste. I'm very finicky with the teas and infusions. But as I say, the lemon and the dill that I've made myself, I really like. So a good mixture. Good mixture. I don't like honey either. Some of you might suggest honey, but I don't like honey either. I'm on hay fever season already, if you think I sound funny. I'm on hay fever season, and I know the best thing you can take for hay fever is honey, but the honey must come from your local region because it doesn't stop hay fever. If it's from the bees take pollen from the flowers and plants from your area, so that's the honey you need to have. You can't just take honey and it will be fine. Okay, let's go back to our puzzle piece for today. For those that are just joining me, we have today's puzzle piece, and see if you know the answer to this. Which country has the largest number of camels? That is the question for today. If no one gets it in the live chat before I finish, then the applause goes to me. And if someone in the chat gets it, then the applause goes to you. So can I beat you today? And if you like my questions, I have quiz questions on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life Natural Beauty. And there's about 3 quiz videos on there. I think it is in my playlist of games and puzzles or something like that. And if you like questions and Q&As, most of those are on this channel. So let's do a few questions. Okay, and you will see videos on my channel just come out, and I've titled it Viewer's Question. If you have a question for me, put it in the comments. If I don't answer you, it may well turn up in a video where I talk about that thing, or it may just randomly appear in a video. So it's a good way to get a channel shout out. Just drop me questions. You can put for your Q&A, or you just might be asking me a question, and when it's an appropriate time, I will throw it in a video, and I will put within the title of the video, viewer's question or viewer's question answered. It might be your question or it might be someone else's, but drop me some questions. But today, some funny questions. I do like funny questions. Let's see. First question is, highest high heel shoes or highest high heel boots? If you're male, I hope you're going to say boots, but then you might be saying what your preference is to say. I don't really do either anymore with my balance situations. High heel shoes, you have to be careful. Some can look quite, dare I use the word, slutty? Is that a word you use in your countries? Tarty? I don't know what you want to say. So you've got to be cautious and some of them can look quite silly if they're too high. So boots, probably I'm going to go with boots. I had some very high heel boots a few years back. Didn't pay too much for them because I knew I wouldn't wear them very often. They're what females call car to bar. And if you don't know what car to bar is, basically it means shoes that aren't really practical for walking in. So you literally go in a car or a taxi and then you just walk across the bar or wherever you're going for the night. You're not walking around in them. So car to bar is what they're called, type shoes and boots. And I had some really good ones, but it was the start of my serious falling down issues, and I did trip on the curb, and all the toes of them are completely scuffed. And because they weren't very expensive, I think they were plasticky. They're meant to look like leather, but they were plasticky. Can't repair them. Not much use anymore. So I think I need to ditch those. Next question. Square or circle? Square or circle? I'm going to go with circle. I like rooms with arches. I like arches and curves. I don't like box rooms. I like features. So that's easy for me, circle. You can take that question however you like. What's your answer, square or circle, and why? What are you thinking of when we say square or circle? I'm circle every time. I don't like corners and edges and sharp angles. Circle. That one was really easy for me. How about you? Drop me your answer in the comment. This is an easy one. Teacup or coffee mug? I told you I don't drink tea. Coffee mug every time. Coffee mug. Maybe a little bit of brandy in the bottom. And then the coffee, and then my squirty cream. Now, if you don't know what my squirty cream is, it's not cream. This was on my last live, and I did a mad dash to try and get it and show you it in my live. If you want more about that, check out my previous live to this one. Next one, ice cream or cake? Now, it wasn't until I watched YouTube, I didn't know this. In America, Americans seem to always have birthday cake with ice cream. Bizarre. Bizarre. Yes. Americans seem to have birthday cake with ice cream. Weird. And I've seen a lot of Americans, like family channels or whatever, they go out for a meal and then they go and have an ice cream after the meal somewhere. That's a bit strange. Isn't it funny how different cultures are completely different? For me, ice cream or cake? Ooh, that's quite difficult. I do like an ice cream. I like mint chip chop. I don't like pistachio. I've told this story before. When we came to Cyprus, I saw green ice cream. To me, that's mint ice cream, and it's pistachio. Anything with green labelling on ice cream or anything in Cyprus, green means pistachio. Mint chip chop, yeah, that's probably one of my favourite ice creams. I like Mr. Whippy 99. Do any of you know what Mr. Whippy is? Mr. Whippy 99 is what you buy from an ice cream van and it swells up. They pour a lever down and it all swells up. So that, with in England, I don't know if you have it anywhere else, you have chocolate flakes in it, which is called 99 when you have 2 chocolate flakes like Bunny is stuck in that. I like another one, and I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. You know when you go to a shop and buy an ice cream, like in a sweet shop or wherever you buy ice cream, like individual ice creams, like lolly on a stick or whatever. And there's one here. It's not on a stick, and it comes like a choc ice in like a packet, single packet. and it's kind of, imagine when you have ice cream between two wafers, but it's not wafer, it's like a soft biscuit, but only the bottom half is soft biscuit. The top half around the ice cream is like a Magnum, like hard chocolate with little biscuity bits in. And I can't think what that one's called. They do it out here. I've had it in England. So ice cream on a good day. Cake, depends what sort of cake. So I wouldn't like to say cake and you give me awful cake. A nice chocolate cake, or I would say dessert rather than cake for me, but I would never say no to a cake. What am I going for? I think ice cream. I'm going to go for ice cream. I can't really have ice cream anymore, but I do indulge. Let's do one more question. Would you rather be a postman or fireman? I do like walking, but I don't like street walking. And you'd be doing the same round day after day. You'd have snappy dogs. Oh, I'm talking about England. In America, you have mailboxes mostly, don't you, at the end of your property or whatever. In England, maybe other places, tell me who has what. You have letterboxes, like little flaps in your front door. And so all your mail comes inside your house, individual house, mostly. In Cyprus, mostly, because places are remote or villages, you have it delivered to your post box. I would say 50% of houses here have a post box in their village, or it goes to someone's house in the village that is a postal worker. Some do get through their doors. Some get, say, if it's apartments, then they might have, same as America, I would say, downstairs, they all have like a little box there. Tell me how you get your post. And then, as I say, England, you have a flap in your front door and it gets pushed through there. And it's a well-known thing that people have snappy dogs the other side, so you might push it through and the snappy dog will be there. No, I don't think I want to be a postman. No. Fireman then. I've got to be a fireman. What's good and bad about being a fireman? Well, you help people. I would say that's more of a helpful job than a postman. Yeah, a fireman for me then. I help people. Gets to go in the fire engine. That's got to be interesting. Yeah, fireman for me. My questions for today. Send me your questions. I love doing Q&A. I really do. Okay, let's have a look at today's quote corner. Yes, don't compare yourself with others, but take a moment to compare yourself with how you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago. What's changed? And how have you changed yourself as a person? Are you a better person? So take time to think of that. That sounds a little bit like my other channel. I used to do Thursday Thoughts as a live. If you're into that kind of chat about improving yourself and finding out more about yourself and why you're you, then do take a look at I think it was Thursday Thoughts. So go back to the lives and you'll see the thumbnail. I think Thursday Thoughts. And there is also a playlist on tranquility through life's natural beauty. And the playlist is Who Are You? So if you're into fun psychology, finding out about yourself, then do look at Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, the playlist Who Are You? Some real fun but interesting segments in there. Okay, let's do this. So this is quite a fun one. An engineer came upon a frog. The frog said, "If you kiss me, I will turn into a beautiful princess." The engineer picked up the frog and took it home. At his house, the frog said, "If you kiss me, I will turn into a beautiful princess and give you anything you wish for 1 day." The engineer just put the frog down on the sofa and he gave it some food and some water. The frog ate and drank and then said, "What if, when you kiss me and I turn into a beautiful princess, you can have anything you wish for a whole week?" The engineer just smiled and patted the frog's head. "What's the matter with you?" said the frog. "Why won't you kiss me?" The engineer replied, "I am an engineer. I'm not interested in princesses or having a girlfriend, but having a talking frog, well, that is cool." And that, my friends, is the brain of an engineer, which my husband is. My husband is an engineer and they have their own way of thoughts. Oh dear. Okay, I think we should have the answer to our puzzle piece. So the puzzle piece for today was, which country has the largest number of camels? I bet you didn't get it. And shame on you if this is your country. The answer is Australia. Ooh, did you get it? Let me know in the comments if you got that or not. Australia has currently today the most number of camels. No one got it in the chat, so applause to me. Yay! Another point to me. I have to see who's winning on that. So thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for all of you that are supporting my channel, whether it's by hitting that thumbs up, that really is helping my channel grow, and just for being there and commenting. So a special hello to Susan. We're having so much fun in our chats at the moment, my little botty friend. So Susan R, hello to you, and to the rest of you, thank you for being here, so much appreciated, and I love chatting with you all, whether it's on the live or in the chats. So, as I say, don't forget, next Wednesday, there will be no live. It will be the next day on the Thursday, but Mondays, same as normal. So until then, as always, see you Monday. Meraki.